we present The History of Mr. Polly by H.G. Wells, dramatised in 3 episodes by Antony Keary, with Christopher Guinea as Alfred Polly. Part 1, Beginnings.
When you finish throwing all them old papers about, Alfred, I suppose I'll have to tidy 'em up again.
I'm looking for me hat.
Oh, here it is. Why didn't you say? Hold still.
No,
there.
No.
Now what is it?
Don't feel right.
Looks all right to me, same as usual.
Same as usual. That's what's wrong. I want me new golf cap, not me old felt.
You could angle it over the other eye.
I suppose you'd like me to wear this silly mud pie forever, eh? I tell you I won't. I'm sick of it. I'm bringing here sick of everything, come to that. Hat!
Oh, that's right. Kick it across the room. Play football with it. You'd better go out.
Shan't go out.
Tantrums, I haven't patience. I give you a good lunch, cold pork and taters, and them mixed pickles you're so fond of. I didn't see you say no to them. Cold treacle pudding and a nice bit of cheese and a jug full of beer. Seems there's no pleasing some people. Oh, so you had your new cap in your pocket all the time. That's typical of you, Alfred. Head in the clouds. No sense of business, of getting on, of improving the shop like the neighbours.
Don't talk to me of neighbours. I hate the lot of them.
And don't it show? Tantrums!
Horrible, beastly, silly wheeze of a hole. Oh, you'll never understand, Mrs. P. I hate the High Street, and Fishbourne, and you. And I hate myself. Life. Oh, there it goes again. Civil war in me in it. This way, that way, like an industrious dispute. Every blessed afternoon, every blessed day. Rotten, beastly, silly how. How did I come to be in gentleman's society?
All the candles at one go, Alfred. Now take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more. 7. Good boy. Oh, your poor dear mother would have liked to have seen that. Oh, well, mooning won't bring her back, eh? Let's have your plate, and after you've eaten your birthday cake, you get your boots cleaned for school.
Now, Alfred, remember your tables. 7 sevens are 49. So 7 eights are...
63?
Tables, Alfred, tables. What does make 63?
9 eights?
When I was your age, Alfred, when I was 12, I was earning my own living. Let's have some more tea. But I've got a surprise. A real present for you. One that your poor dear mother would have liked if she hadn't been took. You're gonna be finished off.
Oh, don't.
Leave that there national school and go to Mr. Morley's private academy.
Aye?
French, bookkeeping and good copperplate handwriting. What do you say to that?
Copper plate, Master Polly. Copper plate. The downstroke is thick, the upstroke thin. No, no, no. Point the handle of the pen over your right shoulder.
Aye?
Now, right. That, Polly, is a blot. Blotting paper, boy, blotting paper. Ah, no wonder. Another penny dreadful. Attention, class. Give it to me, boy.
Yes, sir.
And what ridiculous flight of fancy have we been indulging in this time, Master Polly? Gold in the Amazon. Hunters and explorers in Africa. Explorers, Polly, must learn the rudiments of geography. You, I seem to remember, named Freetown as the capital of Ethiopia. Missionary among the heathens. Converts whole nation to the Christian faith. Oh, an admirable task. But until you can distinguish clearly with the eye, write cleanly with the pen, and pronounce distinctly with the tongue, I despair of your converting the meanest Hottentot. We will have to encourage you, boy. Stand up here.
Yes, sir.
The downstroke thick, Master Polly.
Kids. They grow up fast, Mr. Morley. It's time that dratted boy of mine did something for a living.
Ah, well, I may be able to help you, Mr. Polly.
Oh?
Yes, my old friend Mr. Garvis wrote to me a day or two ago. He is the senior partner in a large department store. Sells everything from pianos to millinery. Yes, he informed me that he has vacancies for one or two apprentices in the gentleman's outfitting, and wondered whether I knew of any likely lads. It would suit your boy, I would say.
Suit him? Suit him? He'd better suit it, more like.
Then you would like me to put his name forward?
Indeed I would, Mr. Morley. And thank you very much. Where did you say this place was?
The Port Burdock Drapery Bazaar at Port Burdock.
I don't feel any different now I'm an assistant to what I did as an apprentice, except their wages. Not pocket money, Platt, old man, wages, and more of it.
Yes. Little of the sugar don't come amiss. Oh, Garvace, pat you on the head, Polly?
Yeah, he knew all about us. Here, you're great friends with Platt and Parsons, he said. You're called the 3 Ps. Devilish dogs, I dare say.
He's right enough there. Anything else?
Something about hope for a long association with the Drapery Bazaar.
I know. Your 3 years indenture have been but the short first stage of what could be 30 years' fruitful association with this august emporium.
That's what he said to me, exactly. August Emporium.
Most certainly not one of the Caesars, more like the god of merchandise. Decide where to spend your ill-gotten gains, eh?
Mood benevolent, Parsons. Platt was being panjandrumish.
There's a young woman just arrived at Thurston's chemist. Oh, she has an air. She has a mystery.
Not a time for mystery for the demi-monde, no. We've got gold in our pockets and a thirst in our throats.
And then a song or two, eh? Wake up the dogs.
Later, Polly, later. First a drink and then the play.
The play?
At the Royal. Romeo and Juliet. Oh, now, there's a love for you, Platt. Yes, yes. I conjure thee, by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg and quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
We can do with less of that, please, Parsons.
Chuck it, Morrison. We've got a perfect right to do what we like in our corner of the room. You do what you like in yours.
Quite right, Platt. We don't object to their prayers and Bible reading.
But the language.
Language, man? Why, it's literature.
Somewhat questionable, I would say.
Oh, Morrison, there is more joy to be had from Shakespeare...
And Rabelais and Boccaccio.
Right, Polly. And Rabelais and Boccaccio. But from all those old prophets and kings and judges.
You are confusing theology with literary comparison.
There's always the Song of Solomon.
Not in the manner you would sing it, Platt. I see I will have to go out.
Oh, hang on a mo, Morrison. We'll be off in a jiffy. You had him there, Platt.
He's a confounded hypocrite.
He's no hypocrite. He's no hypocrite, old man. But he's got no blessed joy de vivre. That's what's wrong with him. Right, down to the Harbour Arms, and then on to Verona.
I'm a little short of the sugar, old man.
You're welcome to mine, old man.
Let me get my pipe on, then I'm with you.
Anyone seen my stick? Where's my stick gone?
Oh, here.
Ah, thanks, Polly, old man. Don't ram the backy down, Platt, old man. Don't ram it down. Give it air, you know. Air. Right. Ready the 3 Ps? Morrison, I conjure thee by Rosaline's fair skin ever to let the words of authors in...
Do you bite your thumbs ever, sir?
We bite our thumbs.
Oh, that performance was the most rhapsodical I remember. I remember it clear as clear.
6 months ago, ma'am. Company will be back next month.
Antony and Cleopatra. Now there's an amour.
The barge she sat in, like a burnished throne, burned on the water. The poop was beaten gold, purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were lovesick at 'em.
Eloquent verbal juice, Parsons, old man. Almost see it. Out there, at sea.
Nice little places. Fishbourne. Good for business, I would say, Polly, old man. Clean, sandy beach. Nice little village. Pleasant high street. Bright hotel. Satisfying lunch.
Bit heavy on the sugar, old man?
Oh, we had celery, Platt. Don't ram the baccy in too tight, old man. Give it air.
You ready, Platt, old man? Oh, Parsons is waiting for us downstairs.
Just get my pipe and baccy.
What on earth are you two wearing?
Wearing? How do you mean, Morrison?
Those boots.
Ah, we got them from Froggett's boots. Our ordinary boots aren't up to country walking.
The amount we do, we need something strong and tough.
You're surely not going out in them.
Why not?
They're working men's hobnails.
We can't afford to have them made to measure, you know.
But you can't go around like navvies.
We're not wearing them on duty.
But it's not right, Polly. You're lowering the tone of the establishment.
Aren't you two ready? We're wasting the best of the day.
Oh, come in, Parsons, old man.
We leave the tone of the Emporium in your safekeeping, Morrison. On our way, Polly.
Right, you are, old man.
What on earth they see in tramping about the countryside, I shall never know.
There you are, gentlemen. 3 pints.
Ah, thank you. Do with this. Got a thirst up. Well, here's to you, Polly, old man.
Here's to you, Parsons, old man.
Here's to you, Platt, old man.
The 3 Ps. Best part of the day.
I don't agree, Polly, old man. All of it good, but this sets the seal, binds it all together.
If you gentlemen walked across from Port Burdock, you'll have an appetite on you then.
As sharp as our thirst.
Good. Well, young Mary's just put your supper on the table.
Come on, old man. Stand not upon our order of setting to.
Ah, there we are, all laid out for us. Cold beef and pickles, that's for you, Polly, old man. Fried ham and eggs for Parsons and me.
Oh.
Bread, gentlemen.
Right, ho, thanks, miss. Hey, don't bag all the crust, old man.
Jug of Sandy Gaff, gentlemen.
Ah, good, yeah. I'll take that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You may say what you like, Parsons, old man. This is the best part of the day.
And you go walking together every Sunday?
Sundays, holidays, any day that's free.
You must know these parts very well by now.
I suppose we do, Mary, but we don't follow any set route. We just follow our fancy. Take any path as long as it looks interesting.
You've never been here before?
No. And it's our loss, isn't it, old man?
If we'd known the company was to be so interesting, Mary, we'd have been here long ago.
Right, ho, we would.
When I heard you call yourself the 3 Ps, I didn't think it was to do with your names at all.
What did you think of?
You're sure you want me to tell you?
Oh, your every word is music to our ears, dear young lady.
I thought of vegetables.
Vegetables?
Yes, you know, beans and peas and...
And potatoes and turnips.
Oh, no. No, those are dull vegetables. Good, solid and dull.
And we're not, eh?
Of course not. We're peas. Sweet peas. Tell me, Mary, which one do you think is the sweetest?
Not you, Mr. Parsons.
Me, then. It must be me.
Oh, no, not you, Mr. Platt.
Oh.
Then it's Polly, old man. Oh, the lucky devil.
No, it's not Mr. Polly.
Oh.
You're sweet altogether.
Ah!
The 3 sweet peas.
Sounds like a turn on the halls. Come to think of it, we are a turn when it comes to singing. Now, old Polly here, he makes a flat sort of lowing noise.
And you, old man, roar like a bull.
Oh, really?
And Mr. Platt?
Oh, he's a tenor.
A tenor?
That's romantic.
Are your secrets out? Confess now, it's me you prefer. My honey tones have won you.
Don't listen to honeyed tones, Mary. Listen to the heart of a poet. Oh, how do I love thee. Let me count the ways.
He's off. Eloquent rhapsodies.
That's Mother. I must go.
Oh, must you?
I should have gone long before, only...
Only one of us kept you. Which of us is it?
Mary! Goodbye.
It was a simple, direct manner I liked.
A girl in a million. I think she favoured me.
Oh, me? Surely, Parsons, old man.
Not at all, Platt, old man. No, the way she blushed at my poetry. You step out, Polly, old man. We've a way to go.
Listen.
Sweet peas. Sweet peas. Here, by the orchard.
Mary. We thought you'd gone, young Mary.
I've wanted to give you these apples. One for each of you.
Thank you, Mary.
Right-o, thanks.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, you'll come again someday, won't you?
Of course we will.
Next Sunday, for sure.
Good. Goodbye.
Polly, old man, I agree with you. This was the best part of the day.
I wonder why she wasn't there this Sunday. Do you think she forgot?
No, never. It was her mother. Kept her away.
You don't know it was her mother.
I'd lay my last sovereign that old gorgon of forbidding aspect was her mother. She had that self-righteous aura of having preserved her young Mary from our desperate attentions. And talking of the self-righteous, why are you looking so worried, Morrison?
I've just heard there might be 1 or 2 changes in haberdashery. But I don't think there'll be any in soft furnishings or gentlemen's outfitting.
Oh, I should think not, Morrison. There's one thing about my position here. I can dress a window. Yes, old Fluffums...
That's no way to speak of Mr. Garvace, Parsons.
Old Fluffums will think twice before he gets rid of the one man in this place who can make the Manchester window tell. You see, the art of window dressing is in its infancy, old man, in its blooming infancy. All balance and stiffness. No joy in it, no blooming joy. Conventional. A shop window ought to get hold of people, to grip 'em as they go along, which stands to reason. Grip! And do they grip? No!
He's got a heavy on. Go in, old man. Let's have some more of it.
Well, look at your dress stuff windows, Morrison. Tidy, tasteful, correct, I grant you, but bleak. Bleak! Bleak! Yes, bleak! Just pieces of stuff in rows. Rows of tidy little puffs. Perhaps one bit just unrolled, you know. Quiet tickets.
Might as well be in church, old man.
That is how a window should look.
No. A window ought to be exciting. It ought to make you say, hello, when you see it.
Rococchio.
We want a new school of window dressing. A new school. The Port Burdock School. Now, day after tomorrow, I change the Fitzallen Street stuff. And this time, it's going to be a change. I mean to have a crowd or bust. You know what?
What?
I've been timid, oh man. I've been holding myself in. I haven't done myself justice. I've kept down the simmering, seething, teeming ideas. But all that's over now.
Over?
Over for good and all, oh man.
Your change, sir. And your receipt.
Thank you.
Good day, sir.
Good morning.
Polly?
Platt, old man. What you doing here?
Parsons is doing his blooming window.
What window?
His window. Fitzallen Street, the Manchester goods, what he said. You ought to see.
But I can't leave the department. Old Mansfield's in charge.
Oh, pretend you've to go to the office. I brought the message.
Baccio. Street door through the silks.
Street door. You must see it from outside. Come on. Come on.
Mr. Polly, where are you going?
Little dog. Urgent. Lord, Polly, have you seen so many blankets unfolded? It's more like shied them out, really.
The higher Grugius is fairly on. Still, it does make a sort of warm disorder, all that woolly richness piled up.
But the window ticket, old man. Cosy comfort at cut prices? Well, it's not sale time.
He's putting up another. Curl up and cuddle below cost.
Bit strong, I'd say.
Electrician's artful aid.
All the same, it's a bit strong. Parsons! Parsons, old man, that's too much. Take it down.
Can't hear you, Platt. Throws of inspiration. Glass too thick, anyhow. Talk to him inside.
As fast as we can. Here comes old Fluffums.
Now, the grey silesia on the linen dustring.
Parsons, old man! Parsons!
Parsons! A minute, Polly, old man. I must get the bleak background hung to throw the warmth of the blankets into contrast.
But it's old Fluffums, Mr. Garbase.
Good. I must just get 3 more hooks on, and then he'll see the full effect.
Get behind here, Polly. Quick.
Here he comes.
What on earth do you think you're doing with that window, Parsons?
Dressing it, sir, on new lines.
Come out of it. Come out of it, Parsons. Now, where's Mr. Morrison? Morrison!
Yes, Mr. Garbage, sir.
Morrison, take this window over. Take all this muddle out and dress it properly.
I beg your pardon, sir, but this is my window.
Take it all out. Come out of the window, Parsons. You can't dress it. If you want to play the fool with the window...
This window is all right.
Go right in, Morrison.
You leave my window alone, Morrison.
Get him out.
You leave me alone, Morrison. And you, Mr. Garbase.
Do you know who you're talking to? Get in the window, Morrison.
Yes, Mr. Garbase. Get out, Morrison. Ah! And you, Fluffums?
Oh, I've been struck. He struck me with my own tweed.
You say I can't dress a window, you thundering old humbug!
Oh!
And take your rotten old stuff here and here.
Get him out of the window. He's mad. He's dangerous. Get him out of the water.
Take good shot, Parsons.
Are you mad, Polly?
Oh, come on, you men. Oh, Somerville. Oh, help me.
Parsons, oh, magnificent old man.
Right now.
They floored him, Polly. Down the old man. Oh, he put up a rare show.
You can let me up, Morrison.
Oh, what got into you, Parsons?
You annoyed me.
I'll do my best for you, Parsons, old man.
Thank you, old man.
But I know I'll be a bad witness. I know myself. I'm in a blue funk.
It's not you that's on trial, Polly.
Oh, that, Platt, old man. But I'm still in a sweat. Is it producery to make a slip? I don't want to produce myself.
No need to do that. Just remember it was Morrison's fault. He shouldn't have taken...
No, Platt, he was all right, old man. According to his lights. It isn't him I complain of. I shall have to pay a fine. It's no good trying to get out of it. It's true. I hit him. I hit him on the head. About here.
You could take out a cross summons.
Oh, what's the good of a cross summons, Plateau Man? With Corks the chemist and the house agent and all that on the bench? No. Humble pie. That's my meal tomorrow, old man. Humble pie. But Lord, what a life it is. 10:35, a man trying to do his duty. Mistaken, perhaps, but doing his best. 10:40, ruined. Ruined, yes, ruined like an earthquake, like a blooming earthquake.
You ought to go round with a show, old man.
Likely to get another crib, ain't I? With assaulted the governor on my reference. I suppose so. He won't give me a reference. Hard enough to get a crib at the best of times.
Yes, well, see you after the court. Good luck, old man.
Polly, old man, is Parsons with you? Went well for him. Court was on his side, I'd say. Want to shake his hand?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
His cubicle's empty. No gear. No bag. Where's he gone? Polly, answer a fella.
This was on his bed.
Dear old man.
You spoke up well for me in court, so did Morrison in his way. I bear him no grudge, and I was guilty. I wanted to come in and say goodbye, but old Fluffums wouldn't have it, so I'm taking myself to the department store's slave market, Wood Street by St. Paul's Churchyard. They've been grand 5 years with you fellows, those Sunday walks and stopping at inns and talking about everything. Love, life and literature, the joy de vivre. It's up to you 2Ps to keep it going. I'll write when I get fixed. Do you suck your thumb, sir? Gone already? You all right, old man?
A bit on that beastly tooth of mine. It made me eyes water. Something chronic. Anyone might think I've been piping the eye by the look of me. It won't be the same, old man. Wondered if we should think of moving on.
I'm glad I thought of looking you up, old man.
Pleasure.
I've never been to Canterbury before, and you're a devilish good guide to the cathedral.
Oh, it's my favourite place, fat old man.
I can see you in the Middle Ages, Polly, old man.
Oh, really?
High up on a scaffolding at the top of the pillars, carving portraits of the cathedral dignitaries.
Ah, the portly capons. The portly capons. Yes, I love the Gothic architecture. Gives me a feeling of being at home, more than I've ever had anywhere.
More than at Port Burdock?
Ah, not the same, old man. Here, the feeling comes from the building, sitting in the nave, walking in the cloisters, etc. Port Burdock was based on friendship between people, on joy de vivre.
Well, there's none of that since you and Parsons left.
No, I suppose not.
I'm glad the old man found a place at last.
Warehouseman, with all his talents. Explains why his letters are full of the rights of man and socialism, no joy de vivre.
You were bold to up and leave as you did, just because old Fluffums got on your nerves.
Don't think I'd do it again, old man. It took me 2 months to get another situation. This is the most congenial so far.
Wood Street as depressing as ever?
Depressing and humiliating. You know, I used to watch the men every day to see how many of the familiar faces had gone, how many new ones had arrived. These gargles remind me of some of them. Metrorious, dejected.
That one looks a bit like old Fluffums, don't it?
Which one?
There. This August Emporium.
August Emporium.
Your present employer, what's he like?
Ah, good sort. Amiable. Religious-minded. I think he wishes the cathedral to be built by the Baptists.
Does this Marlow monument really and truly matter? We don't kind of sideshows and second-rate stunts, Mame. We just want the big, simple things of the place. Just the broad, elemental Canterbury proposition. What is it saying to us? I want to get right hold of that, and then have tea in the very room that Chaucer did, and hustle back to get that 418.
Very determined, these Americans. Very methodical.
Just a broad, elemental Canterbury proposition. Cultured rapacity. And they're always in a quiet sort of hurry.
Reminds me, old man, we'd better get off if we're going to take that boat out.
Oh, yeah. Hey, remember when we took a boat out for the day with old Parsons?
And he read whole chunks of Milton and Boccaccio.
And Shakespeare and Rabelais.
This time it's my turn. I've a splendid novel in my pocket, set in Italy. Dark, lustrous beauty, secret intrigues, society.
I'd no idea it'd be such hard work, old man. Surrey's not a big river.
We stayed too long. Wind and tide against us.
You read too much from that book.
Worth it, Polly, old man. Fascinating amour.
Expensive, though. Cost of this boat.
I'm all right for sugar. Keep rowing, old man. Don't fall a-dreaming.
I'm thinking of my reception when I get back.
Oh, please, Lord, let him be kind. Let him be kind. I don't deserve this. Oh, God.
Ah, Mr. Polly, so you have deigned to return.
And where have you been, sir?
Very sorry, Mr. West. On the Sturry.
On the Sturry at this time of night?
Yes, sir. Met an old friend. We took a boat out and left it too late. Had the wind and tide against us on the way back. Oh, it was a hard pull. I thought my arms would drop off.
Well, come in. No use standing there now you are back.
Yes, sir, thank you. Very, very kind of you, sir. Sorry to keep you up.
Well then, be off to your quarters. I don't want you asleep in the shop this morning.
Yes. Oh, no, sir. A tide's a tide, sir. I've no lunatic power to alter that.
Mr. Polly, that is blasphemous.
But I only said...
I heard perfectly well what you said, sir. Disrespectful and blasphemous. Blaming the Almighty for your own mistake. I made it clear when I engaged you I would have preferred a Baptist. And besides, what good are you to me with your arms pulled out of their sockets?
The world became really rotten after I left Canterbury, Parsons' own man. I went back to Wood Street. There were more people than ever, waiting about for work. Smart juniors, full of smart juniosity. The chavacious, the too old at 40s, the deduced. I realised I was a failure in my trade. It was not the trade I ought to have chosen. The Lord knows what that trade should have been. I thought of chucking outfitting and going on the halls or emigrating. But in the end I reduced my salary by £5 a year, and I was taken into an establishment at Clapham, which deals in ready-mades and feeds its assistants in an underground dining room. Laughter and verbiage and singing in the moonlight seemed lost forever. Then my father died suddenly, and I find myself the heir to a few pieces of furniture, an insurance policy, and money in the bank amounting altogether to the sum of £355. In his last years, my father had lived with cousins at Eastwood, Grace and Harold Johnson, who are putting me up for the funeral.
Didn't he look peaceful?
Oh, yes. Second departed I ever saw. Not counting mummies.
He was really quite cheerful at the end. Quite cheerful, wasn't he, Harold?
Indeed he was, my dear. And it was really a merciful release. No, Alfred, take the armchair, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, if you're sure.
Grace and I will be all right on these. Now, we ought to decide on the arrangements for the funeral.
You'll have a hearse, of course. Not one of them combinations with the driver sitting on the coffin. Disrespectful, I think they are. I can't fancy how people can bring themselves to be buried in combinations. I do like them glass hearses. So refined and nice they are.
Podger's hearse you'll have. It's the best in Eastwood.
Oh, everything that's right and proper, of course, Harold.
Podger's ready to measure at any time.
Then you'll want a mourner's carriage or two, according to whom you're going to invite.
Oh, didn't think of inviting anyone.
Well, we've got to have somebody.
Funereal baked meat.
Not baked.
Oh.
But of course, you'll have to give them something. Ham and chicken's very suitable. You don't want a lot of cooking with a ceremony coming into the middle of it. I wonder who Alfred ought to invite, Harold. Just the immediate relations. One doesn't want a great crowd of people, and one doesn't want to not show respect.
But he hated our relations, most of them.
He's not hating them now, you may be sure of that. It's just because of that I think they ought to come, all of them, even your Aunt Mildred.
Bit vulturial, isn't it?
Oh, it wouldn't be more than 12 or 13 people if they all came.
We could have everything put out ready in the back room, and the mourning gloves and the whiskey in the front room. And while we're all at the ceremony, Bessie could bring it all into the front room on a tray and put it out nice and proper. There'd have to be whiskey and sherry, or port for the ladies.
Where'll you get your mourning?
Haven't thought of it yet, old man. I suppose I must have mourning.
Well, Naturally.
You'll be the chief mourner, Alfred.
Yes, got to see it through, of course.
If I were you, I should get ready-made trousers. That's all you really want, and a black satin tie and a top hat with a deep mourning band and gloves.
Jet cufflinks he ought to have, as chief mourner.
Not obligatory.
It shows respect.
It shows respect, of course.
A lined casket, of course. Have you any choice of colour, Alfred?
I haven't thought.
Some people like red, but I think black is more fitting.
You can't go wrong with black. It's lucky I've a box of black sateen I can use to drape the door knocker and the pictures and the bust of Garibaldi. And I'll have to do something about the tablecloth in the front room. That rose pattern's not at all suitable.
I'm not a man for boasting, but I think I can claim to have a good touch with celery and peas.
Lovely.
Oh, yes, we always have a good crop. You see how well they're coming on?
Beautiful.
Nothing like the taste of vegetables lifted from one's own garden, Alfred.
No, I'm sure there isn't, Harold. Palatable.
It's all a matter of management, understanding the hang of it.
I don't seem to get the hang of business somehow. Too much blooming humbug in it for my way of thinking.
Well, if I were you, I should push for a first-class place in London. Take almost nothing and live on my reserves. That's what I should do.
Come the heavy. Get a better class reference.
Think of investing your money.
Hardly got used to the idea of having it yet, old man.
Oh, you'll have to do something with it. Give you nearly nearly £20 a year if you invest it properly.
I haven't seen it yet in that light.
Oh, there's no end of things you could put it into.
It's getting it out again I shouldn't feel sure of. I'm no sort of fianciane, Sooner back horses.
Well, it's a nest egg. There's building societies. You might lend it on mortgage. Very safe form of investment.
No. Shan't think anything about it. Not till the old man's underground.
Might do worse than put it into a small shop. Those new shops being finished round the corner will be the commercial centre of Easewood. Mark my words. For a man who's prepared to work hard and stick to it, there's a lot to be done in a shop. Oh, that sounds like the first guest. We'd better go in.
Oh, Alfred, these are your cousins Larkins.
Oh, yes?
This is Minnie.
Hello, Alfred.
Hello.
And this is Miriam.
How do you do, Alfred?
Oh, righto, thanks.
Annie couldn't come. She came over feverish at the last minute.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I know.
Oh.
Let me look at you. I should have known him anywhere.
Oh, look! Mother, why, she's never set eyes on him before.
I should have known him anywhere for Lizzie's child. You've got her eyes. It's a resemblance. And as for never seeing him, I've dandled him, Miss Imperance. I've dandled him.
You couldn't dandle him now, Ma.
Oh, the things you say, Minnie.
My dandling days are over. My turn to dandle now.
Not me, thank you.
Grace, look who's here. Go on in, Uncle.
Why, Uncle Penstemon?
No, don't rush at me.
Let me take your hat, Uncle.
Oh, keep it by me, thank you. And me basket.
Very good, Uncle.
Oh. You here, Larkins. You would be.
Yes.
These your gals.
They are, and better gals.
That Minnie.
Fancy you remembering her name.
She mucked up my mushroom bed, the baggage. I'll give it to her to rights. Trounced her, I did fairly. I remember her. Now, here's some green stuff for you, Grace.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, fresh it is, and wholesome. I shall be wanting the basket back, and mind you, let me have it. Have you nailed the body down yet?
Oh, yes, Uncle.
Oh, well, you always was a bit in front of what was neat. Oh, where can I put these carrots?
Oh, that's a new tablecloth.
Eh?
For the occasion.
Oh, well, it'll do. Funny colour.
It's violet. I thought it appropriate. I'm glad you were able to come, Uncle.
Oh, I came. Girls in service, Larkins?
They are not and won't be.
No? You Lizzie's boy?
Yes, I'm Alfred.
Ah, here's May Punt and Ada and Dick. Harold.
Yes, Grace,
will
dear.
you help me?
Oh, my girls will help. Minnie, Miriam, give your aunt a hand.
Ma'am. Yes, Ma'am.
I hope everyone will take a glass of sherry and a biscuit.
Yeah.
We don't stand on ceremony. Mrs. Punt, come along, dear.
Watch how you go, my good woman. Don't go squashing my hat.
I'm sure I didn't mean to.
Well, you did it, didn't you? You did. You squashed my hat. Well, Alfred, you're a little chap. A funny little chap. I never did a great deal, Mother, marrying him, but I suppose bygones must be bygones now. I suppose they made you a clerk or something.
Outfitting.
Oh, I remember. Them Larkins girls pretend to be dressmakers.
They are dressmakers.
I will take a glass of sherry. They hold to it, you see.
Dick, your sherry, Uncle.
Yeah.
Your sherry.
Only about time.
Over here, I think, Minnie. If I can just show you.
You'll be paying for this, Alfred. Here's to you.
Thanks, Uncle.
Now don't go treading on my hat, young Minnie, like you did my mushroom bed. You brush your skirts against it and you take a shilling off its value.
Oh.
It ain't the sort of hat you see nowadays.
Miriam and I were admiring Aunt Grace's decorations. Weren't we, Miriam? All black sateen. Very refined.
Funerarius in the extreme.
Oh, there he goes again, Minnie. Oh, you shouldn't have me laughing, Alfred. Really, you shouldn't. Not about such things.
No, of course. We must be Solenoos.
Oh, isn't he awful? Alfred.
Now, everyone, we should be getting ready for the carriages. Black gloves are on this table if you try them for size.
There'll have to be a walking party, Harold. There's only 2 coaches. Well, I dare say we can put 6 in each, but that leaves 3 over. Well, I would, of course, Mrs. Johnson, but I'm wearing new boots. Me too. We bought them specially. Yes. They're a bit tight as yet. Of course, I will walk.
No. You better not peripatous. Can they ride with me, Grace?
It'll be a squeeze.
Well, I don't mind a squeeze. What about you girls?
Oh, the things you say.
Chatter, chatter, chatter. Hen-witty giggles, all playing the funereal games like gusto. Don't hurt him, of course. Doesn't matter to the old man. Funny, you know, Dad. These last years you've been a stranger, and I haven't thought of it for years, but I can remember those visits to the pantomime. Skylarking together, and me getting very excited. Oh, and I remember you getting excited. Trying to get that sofa up the staircase to the bedroom, and it jammed. You swore at it, and hit it, and kicked it, and I don't know how you did it. But you somehow wrenched it upstairs. And when you lost your self-control, that was the moment I was closest to you. Oh, poor old chap. You didn't have a particularly good time. Still, it's all over, finished. They buried you now.
Hey, get a bit of air. You're wise, Alfred.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you think so, Uncle Penstoman.
Yeah, well, I like a bit of air before the meal. Yeah. Oh, that sherry rises. Gross as stuff, I expect. How much might all this funeral be costing, do you know?
I've no idea. Harold and Grace have arranged it all.
Oh, well, in that case, it's pretty certain to cost more than you expect, me boy. I've seen a malt of undertakers. A malt of undertakers.
Alfred! Alfred! Are you in the garden?
Oh, them Larkins girls. Their mother lets lodgings and chores. Leastways, she goes out to cook dinner. And look at 'em, dressed up to the nines, if it ain't borrowed clothes, that is. And they goes to work in a factory.
Did you know my father much, Uncle Penstoman?
I couldn't stand Lizzie throwing herself away like that. Oh, that weren't good sherry.
Alfred! I've been calling you. Your aunt said to come in. And you, Uncle.
What?
Come along. We can't start the meal without you.
All right. I mean, no need to pour at me, young Miriam. Save all that for your cousin there. He'll get more than he bargains.
You'll take my arm, Alfred, won't you?
Rather. Give me your hand.
Oh.
Hello. One of the idle rich, are we? Large stones in those rings?
Well, they ain't real. Minnie. Got 'em out of a prize packet.
Prize packet in trousers, I expect.
Oh, the things you say.
Oh, bless my heart.
What's the matter?
Ought to have gone back to the shop 3 days ago. They make no end of a row.
Lord, you are a treat. You'll get a chuck.
Oh.
Oh, I'm dying. I don't believe you care a bit.
Oh, come along, Alfred. We're waiting for you.
Sorry, everyone. Where's my place?
Oh, here, Alfred.
Have you got the bottle here ready to open, Bessie?
Yes, Mum. That's right.
Oh, you'll have a drop of whiskey, I expect.
Put it where I can mix them myself. I can't bear women's mixing.
And now there's a chicken, a prawn, a nice piece of ham, steak and kidney pie, pickles, salad, apple tart, jam roll, stilton, and all dinner and cheddar.
I'll have this stilton.
You didn't, I suppose, Mr. Polly, think to have your poor dear father post-mortem?
Didn't think of it for a moment. I can't give you a piece of this brawn, can I?
I was just reminding Grace of the dear dead days beyond recall. Grace and Beauty, they used to call us, and we used to sit at the same desk.
Don't swan your fork, Willie. You see, Mr. Polly, I used to have a young gentleman, a medical student, lodging with me.
Ham, Alfred. I didn't give you very much ham.
Oh, thank you, Miriam.
Oh, that's all right, Alfred. Here you are.
Excuse me, sir.
Can't you get past, Bessie? Let me sit forward a bit. Righto.
There she used to sit as bold as brass, didn't you, Grace? And the fun she used to make of things no one could believe. Knowing her now, she used to make faces at the mistress through the little...
Well, the contents of the stomach, at any rate, ought to be examined.
Alfred, pass the mustard down.
Here we are, then.
Oh, once she got us all kept in the old school.
Alfred, this lady...
Lonesome again, I would if she did as much now. And I would. Dramatic mischief.
Alfred, this lady knows Canterbury. I've been telling her you've been there.
Oh, glad you know it.
Oh, I like it.
I won't have my girls spoken of, not by nobody, old or young.
Oh, quick, let's have your glass. Ain't the beer lively? It's the eated room.
Excuse me, sir. Pass it as soon again.
You want to get past again, Bessie? Oh, right.
Thank you, sir.
Nobody had the least idea how he died. Nobody. Willie, don't gulp so. You ain't in a hurry, are you? You don't want to catch a train or anything gulping like that?
Do you remember, Grace, how one day we had writing lessons? Nicer girls no one ever had, though I say it who shouldn't.
Harold!
Well, Mrs. Larkins have a teeny bit more fun.
Or some brawn, Aunt Larkin. Can't send you any brawn, Uncle Penstoman.
Oh, that beer is up.
Directly the new doctor come in, he said everything must be took out and put in spirits.
Really?
Everything.
Alfred, this lady says...
Certain people make our snacks at other people's daughters, never having had any of their own. Though two poor souls of wives dead and buried through their goings on.
Rub it now, we don't want old scores drug up on a day like this.
Old scores you may call them, Harold, but worth a dozen of them that put them to their rest, poor dear.
Ladies, she says, dip their pens in the ink and keep their noses out of it. And Hector said she did every afternoon for a week.
Oh, really?
Alfred, this lady wants to know.
Willie, if you choke yourself, not another mouthful do you have. No nice pudding, nothing. And then they had it. They found he'd swallowed the very key to unlock the drawer.
Then don't let people go casting snacks.
Alfred, this lady wants to know have the Prossers left Canterbury.
No wish to make myself disagreeable, not to God's humblest worm.
Humblest worm. Alfred, you aren't very busy with that prawn up there.
Ooh, there it goes again. Civil war in me innards. I have to go on smiling and cutting the brawn while there's this tug-of-war going on inside me. Pulling and pushing. Like the poor old dad getting that settee up the stairs and bringing half the plaster down from the walls. Oh, but it's not all gloom, thanks to Dad. I've £355. I can take a little holiday, buy a temporary release from the world of gentleman's outfitting, have money for railway fares, money for meals, money for inns, Stratford-on-Avon, Shrewsbury, Welsh Mountains, a gorgeous, careless whole month of a holiday.
We present The History of Mr. Polly by H.G. Wells, dramatised in 3 episodes by Antony Keary, with Christopher Guinea as Alfred Polly. Part 2, Romance.
Outfitters, you were promptly discharged?
I was going to chuck it anyway, Grace. They merely anti-separated me by a hair.
Oh, the same. It was your father's funeral.
Yes.
That was very hard.
It was a grinding establishment. Dealt in ready-mades.
I think you should set your sights higher, Alfred. A good-class London establishment or one of your own. You can afford to wait now.
Oh, I've thought of taking a little holiday, Harold, old man.
Eh?
Stratford-on-Avon, Shrewsbury, the Welsh Mountains, and the Wye.
All on your own?
Yes, well, that's a snag. Old Parsons would have been the ideal companion, but he'd never be able to get away.
In any case, you can't afford to be too careless. You must start thinking about the future, you know. Time for holidays later.
Yes. I suppose I'd better start looking around.
You're very welcome here while you do. You can have the room you stayed in before. We thought 18 shillings a week would be fair.
It will give you time to assess the possibilities before coming to a decision.
I think I'll invest in a bicycle.
Oh, well...
It'll save time, no waiting for trains.
Right.
Save money on fares, too.
Oh, well, looked at like that, I suppose...
It'll take me all over the place. Open up all sorts of possibilities.
If you've come selling things... Why, it's Cousin Alfred.
Hello, Miriam. Thought I'd look you up.
Oh, fancy you coming to see us like this.
Exploracious menanderings.
Wait a moment and I'll tell Ma.
Hey, leave that bicycle alone. Run away and play somewhere else. Go on, or I'll be after you.
Oh, I didn't mean to shut you out. I just told Ma. How are you, Alfred?
Oh.
You are looking well. I didn't know you rode a bicycle. Is it a new one? Oh, what a trouble you must have to keep it clean.
It's plated, mostly.
What do you carry in that little bag thing?
Well, they're my,
Oh, we're all in a mess today. It's my cleaning up day. I'm not a bit tidy, I know, but I do like to have a go at things now and then. They'd leave everything, I believe, if I let them. You got to take us as you find us, Alfred.
Of course.
Mercy, we wasn't all out. Oh, I am glad to see you again.
Couldn't keep away. Had to come over and see my pretty cousins again.
Oh, you do say things.
I don't say which of them.
Alfred, are you?
Hello, Alfred.
Hello, Minnie.
You to come into tea, Ma says.
Of course she does. Can't leave our aunts and cousins standing on the pavement. Hello, Alfred.
Hello, Aunt Dawkins.
Oh, now come along inside. Put your bicycle in the hall.
Oh.
Can't leave it outside with all them kids about. Miriam, you set the chairs.
Yes, Ma.
And Minnie, give Alfred a hand.
Yes, Ma.
Put it against the wall here.
Won't it be in the way?
Oh, not in this house. Oh, I am glad to see you again, Alfred.
Miriam's turning out the front room, so you must come in the kitchen. You've caught us on the hop, as the saying is, but welcome all the same.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Dawkins. Very kind, very kind.
Pity Annie's at work today. She won't be home till 7. Come on in, Alfred.
Oh, very nice.
Miriam,
very
is the kettle
nice
boiling
indeed.
yet?
In a minute, Ma. Shall I do some more bread and butter?
Yes, do, girl.
Right,
Minnie, get the tea things out.
Yes, Ma.
You mustn't mind our ways, Alfred. We lead simple lives in this house, but our hearts are in the right place.
I'm sure they are.
Watch out, Del. Don't drop her.
I've got them. Now, you pass them to me, and I'll set the places.
Thank you, Alfred.
Oh, I can see you don't stand on ceremony.
I feel very much at home, Mrs. Larkins.
That's what we was hoping, eh, girls?
Of course it was, Ma.
Now, only one thing's got me a bit puzzled. Who am I going to sit next?
Me!
I'd like to accept, but what about Aunt Larkins? I'd like to sit next to her, too.
Oh, don't mind me, Alfred.
But I do. Supposing you were me and having tea with 3 charming ladies, wouldn't you want to rub elbows with all 3?
No.
Now, how can I work it out? Now, if I put this plate here... Excuse me, Minnie. Now, that one there... If you sit here, Miriam...
Yes.
And you there, Minnie...
Yes.
And I move that cup over there...
You do it very well, Alfred. Like a waiter at the Ritz.
Here, let me have that tea cloth. Put over my arm. Here. I would recommend, Madam, to try these cakes. Freshly made this morning in our own patisserie.
Oh, Alfred, you're as good as a turn on the oars. I want to sit down. I don't care who I'll sit next to.
Well, if you sit there, I can't rub elbows with you. Of course, if we were to dandle, I could...
Dandle! He's at it again. Dandle!
Sure you won't.
Oh, stop it. Oh, you'll be the death of me. You really will. Oh, let's have tea before it gets cold.
Just help yourself, Alfred. Bread, jam, paste.
It's the tea I want first.
Oh,
Thank you. Beautiful tea. Thirsty work riding a bicycle.
Have you fallen off it yet?
Once or twice, Minnie. The difficult part was trying not to wobble once I got going. No foreseeing little accidentalist misadventures. None whatever.
I bet you've had one or two.
There was one. Stout elderly gentleman. Large straw wastepaper basket sort of hat. Starts to cross road. Going to oil shop, can in his hand.
Oh, don't say you're running down. Don't say you're running down, Alfred.
Running down? Not me, madam. I never run anything down. Wobble.
Ring the bell. Wobble, wobble. No one's going to run him down. Here's the bell. Wobble. Gust of wind. Off comes the hack. Smack into the wheel. Lord, what's going to happen? At a crossroad. Old gentleman after it. Bell. Shriek. He ran into me. Didn't ring his bell. Hadn't got a bell. Just ran into me. Over I went. Down he went with me clinging to his venerable head. Oil can. Blump, 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 blump into the road.
Crumb! It's stuck in me throat! Oh, slap harder, Alfred. Here, let me.
Oh, I'm all right. It's got to get over, Miriam.
Where's my tea? Oh, that's better.
Well, Alfred?
Well, what, Aunt Larkins?
Well, what happened to the old man with the oil can?
Oh, yes.
We sat about among the debris and had a high old audacious argument. I tell you, sir. I tell you, sir. Wah, 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 wah. Infuriatious. But there, that's the sort of thing that's constantly happening, you know, on a bicycle. People run into you, hens and cats, dogs and things.
You never run into anything.
Never, Miriam.
Never, he say. Oh, get him. Oh, don't start her off again. Don't be so silly, Minnie.
Oh, it's the things he says. You never know what he won't say next.
Ah. Superfluous tea, Aunt Larkins. And now I must...
Oh, you ain't thinking of going.
Oh, no, I must really. Supper at 8.
Stay to supper with us now you've come over.
Please do, Alfred. Yes, do stay.
Now, have a bit of walk with the gals and then come back to supper. Yeah. You might all go and meet Annie while I straighten things out.
Oh, give me a minute. I want to tidy my hair. We'll wait for you outside, Minnie. Right. Ready, Alfred?
With you, Miriam?
Minnie'll take ours. We can walk to the end of the street and back before she's ready.
Right-ho.
I did get them rings out of a prize packet.
What rings?
What you saw at your poor father's funeral. You made out they meant something, but they didn't, straight.
Then some people have been very remiss about their chances.
They haven't had any chances. I don't believe in making myself too free with people.
Nor me.
I may be a bit larky and cheerful in my manner, but it don't mean anything. I ain't that sort.
Oh, I'd just given you up, Alfred. It's nearly 11.
You shouldn't have waited up for me, Harold.
Well, I wouldn't have felt right going to bed not knowing, and you out on that bicycle late at night. Not had an accident, Alfred?
Not much. Pedal got a bit loose in Stampton, old man. Couldn't ride it, so I looked up the cousins while I waited.
Not the Larkins lot?
Yes.
How are they?
Very jolly lot, always laughing.
Oh, they laugh all right. Laugh at nothing, no nothing. But one can't really like 'em. There's nothing to like.
I don't know. I like their high spirits and them being such a happy, laughing family. That's what we missed when old Parsons left Port Burdock.
Well, better get to bed. Oh, I've been reading this book of yours.
What one's that?
Quest of a Golden Girl.
Ah, the high poetical.
Oh, yes, rum stuff. Not a bit of use for anything that I can see. What you should buy is a good book on bookkeeping.
Yes, I should.
Oh, did you see any shops in Stampton?
No, nothing to speak of. Good night, old man. Oh, that was a bit of a pull. Still, 3-wheel down, and then a halt. You can't go on leading a double life, Polly, old man, pretending to be off looking for a shop and ending up with your cousins. No matter how friendly, it won't do. So you're not going to Stampton today? No, you're not going to Stampton today. There. I think I've earned a rest. And a smoke. Oh, sit on these logs. Think of gaining style and value in a London shop? Don't believe in it. Think of the corner shop in Eastwood, its value increasing every year? Don't believe in it. This is all right. Very pleasant. Here, that old wall could do with a bit of repointing. Wonder what's on the other side. Some rich estate, I suppose. Too high to see over. This is all right. Business later. Hello? What's coming over the wall? Brown shoe? Toe scuffed? Brown stocking? Fine leg. Ooh, look away. Pretend not to have seen. Handsome girl, though.
Goodness! I didn't know there was anyone here.
Oh, sorry if I'm intrudasious. I didn't know you didn't want me to be here.
Oh, it isn't that. I oughtn't to get over the wall. It's out of bounds. At least in term time. But this being holidays...
Holidays is different.
I don't want to actually break the rules.
Leave them behind you where they're safe. Allow me to help you down.
I think I'll stay on the wall. So long as some of me's in bounds. Your bicycle?
Oh, yes. I ride it all about the country. Very debonairious.
So do I. Mine's a Sturmy Archer too, like yours. Not a new one, though. I've had it for years. My parents gave it to me on their last home leave. All my people are in India. It's beastly rot. I mean, it's frightfully dull being left here alone.
All my people are in heaven.
I say.
Fact. Got nobody.
Oh, I say, I am sorry. I really am. Was it a fire or a shipwreck or something?
No, the ordinary tables of mortality. First one, then the other.
Are you lonely?
I was just sitting on those logs in melancholic retrospectatiousness.
There's no harm in our talking.
It would be a kindness. Won't you get down?
I'll stay on the wall, if only for bound's sake. Let's talk.
You make me feel like one of those old knights who rode about the country looking for dragons and beautiful maidens and chivalresque adventures.
Oh? Why?
Beautiful maiden.
Nonsense.
You are? I bet I'm not the first to tell you that. A beautiful, red-haired maiden imprisoned in an enchanted school.
Oh, you wouldn't think it enchanted.
And here am I, clad in steel. Well, not exactly, but my fiery warhorse is, anyhow. Ready to absquatulate all the dragons and rescue you.
I wish you could see the dragons.
Fly with me.
You are funny. Why, I haven't known you 5 minutes.
One doesn't, in this medievalist world. My mind is made up anyhow. I wish one could.
I wonder if people ever did.
If there were people like you.
We don't even know each other's names.
Yours is the prettiest name in the world.
How do you know?
Must be, anyhow.
It is rather pretty, you know. It's Christabel.
What did I tell you?
And yours?
Poorer than I deserve. It's Alfred.
I can't call you Alfred.
Well, Polly.
It's a girl's name.
It's my surname.
Oh. I say, why are you riding about the country on a bicycle?
I'm doing it because I like it. You know, there is love at first sight.
I think I ought to get back over the wall.
No. It needn't matter to you. I'm just nobody. But I know you are the best and most beautiful thing I've ever spoken to. No harm in telling you that.
I should have to go back if I thought you were serious.
No. Do you often come here?
when I want to be alone. And you?
I found it purely by chance, by fate, as all knight-errants do.
I didn't think knights-errant were allowed holidays.
This one is.
I bet they'll soon be over.
They could last another 4 or 5 years.
Oh, goodness, that's wonderful. Don't you have to do anything?
Well, I have to decide whether to continue in my old ways or to try something new.
Something new would be exciting.
Might be to someone else, not to me.
The old ways, were they very bad?
Dull. Deadly, dreary, dull.
If you can take these long holidays, what is it you do? You make it seem very mysterious. Must be something wicked that you can't tell me about. I don't think I should stay.
No, don't go, please.
Only if you tell me truthfully what it is you do.
I deal in stuffs, materials for wearing.
Like silks and satin. My mother sent me some beautiful silks from India. That's romantic, not dull. You deal in those?
More the cottons and the woolens.
Not romantic. Why choose those?
I didn't choose. They're what I know about.
And just what do you do? Oh, Lordy! Oh, Knight! Knight there!
Yes, my lady?
I must go now. Come again tomorrow.
At your command, but just one finger.
What do you mean?
To kiss.
Sorry, can't hold on.
Another rasher of bacon, Alfred?
No, thanks, Grace. Time I was off.
Oh, where to today?
I thought I'd cast a strategical eye on Weybridge.
I wonder whether you're doing the right thing, Alfred. Why spend this time and effort when there's an opportunity here in Easewood, right under your very nose?
I would like to make sure there isn't a better one, before I decide.
Oh, you won't find anything better at the prize. And I don't like to think of you paying us for lodging when your money could be earning for you.
I think Alfred's quite right to take his time. He's welcome to stay as long as he likes. And it's not your 18 shillings a week, Alfred. You're no bother. It's an important step for him.
No, all the same, I hate waste.
Oh, I'm not wasting my time, Harold, old man. Believe me.
I've kept you waiting, Knight. I'm sorry.
I didn't notice.
It was 20 minutes.
What is time to a knight waiting for his demoiselle? I would wait for you forever, Christabel.
No, you wouldn't. You would have to go back to all those woolens and cottons to earn your living. You do have to earn a living, don't you?
Yes. And it's not at all glamorous or exciting.
What do you do, Polly?
If I tell you, you're not to disappear.
I won't.
I sell gentlemen's clothing in an outfitter's behind the counter.
I see. So if I was a boy and went to be kitted out, you might serve me.
Yes. No suits of armour. Just caps and jackets and socks. But I'm thinking of chucking all that and buying my own shop. I'll come into a little money. A few hundreds.
You said yesterday you wouldn't find that exciting.
I don't think it would be on my own. A knight needs someone to strive for. Obstacles are nothing if he can win his lady. They can all be overcome if...
Shh, keep still. Stop waving your arms about. There's a rabbit just behind you.
Alfred didn't make much of a meal, did he, Harold? I thought a nice rabbit pie would be a treat. He seemed a bit off colour to me.
He doesn't take a serious interest in anything. That shop at the corner is bound to be snapped up if he don't look out.
We've met 8 times in 10 days. I've counted every one of them. With me standing down here and you sitting up there on the wall. Why
Won't you come down, Christabel? I'll help you back.
Your side is out of bounds. I'm in bounds up here, more or less.
Look here. I'm wild for the love of you. I can't keep up this gesticulations game any more. I'm not a knight. Treat me as a human man. You may sit up there smiling, but I die in torments to have you mine for an hour. I'm nobody and nothing, but look here. Will you wait for me 5 years? You're just a girl yet, and it won't be hard.
Go away, you two.
I've always been just dilettantitating about till now, but I could work. I've just woke up. Wait till I got a chance with the money I got.
But you haven't got much money.
I've enough to take a chance with, some sort of a chance. I'd find a chance. I'll do that anyhow. I'll go away. I mean what I say. I'll stop trifling and shirking. If I don't come back, it won't matter. If I do...
Don't go on like this. You're different. Go on being the knight who wants to kiss my hand.
Christabel... Christabel, you got someone...
You filthy little beast!
Christabel! Christabel, come back! If you can get up, so can I. Christabel, I'm losing my grip. Oh, damn. Damnation. Ooh. Face feels raw. Fool. You blithering fool.
Going, why don't you? Alfred!
Hello, Miriam. Sorry.
Hello, Alfred. Where you been all this time?
We're looking round.
Found a shop?
Oh, one or two likely ones, but it takes time.
Oh. What you done to your face, Alfred? All rough it is.
Bit of a scraze with the bicycle.
Oh.
Trying to pass a carriage on the wrong side, he drew up and run me against the wall.
You ought to have someone to look after your scrazes. That's all red and rough. It ought to be cold creamed. You need someone to look after you, Alfred.
Yes, I think I do.
Bring your bicycle and come and have some tea with us.
You're a long time finding that shop of yours, Alfred.
Don't do to be too precipitous, Minnie.
No. Once you get it, you got it. Like choosing a husband. You better see you get it good. Just you remember that, you girls.
Yes, Mum.
When I get this shop of mine, I shall have a cat to sleep in the window. A venerable tabby. Cat's no good if it isn't a tabby. Cat I'm going to have, and a canary. No, I didn't think of that before, but a cat and a canary seem to go, you know. Summer weather, I shall sit at breakfast in the little room behind the shop. Sun streaming in the window, cat on a chair, canary singing, and Mrs. Polly...
Hello?
Mrs. Polly frying an extra bit of bacon. Bacon singing, cat singing, canary singing, kettle singing, Mrs. Polly...
And who's Mrs. Polly going to be?
Figment of imagination, ma'am. Put in to fill up the picture. No face to figure as yet. Still, that's how it'll be, I can assure you. I think I must have a bit of a garden. Not a fierce sort of garden like Harold's, furthest digging, no. Just a patch sturtiums and sweet pea. Red brick yard. Trellis. Creeper up the back of the house.
Virginia creeper?
Canary creeper.
Oh, you will have it nice.
Rather. Dingling. Shop. Smart little shop. Counter, desk, all complete. Umbrella stand, carpet on the floor, cat asleep on the counter, ties and hose on a roll over the counter. All right.
Oh, yes.
I wonder you don't set about it right off.
Mean to get it exactly right. Here. Have to have a tomcat. Wouldn't do to open shop one morning, you know, and find the window full of kittens. Can't sell kittens.
All right, Minnie. You mend that glove, and Miriam will help me with the washing up.
Yes, Ma. Oh. Hand me the work basket, Alfred, will you?
Where? Here you are, Minnie.
Ta. Hope you won't be bored with me sewing.
Bored. Content. Good company. Good tea. Domestic peace.
I like cats. I'm always saying to Mother I wish we had a cat. But we couldn't have a cat here, not with no yard.
Never had a cat myself. No.
I'm fond of them.
Well, I like the look of them. I can't call myself exactly fond.
I expect I shall get one someday. When about you get your shop?
I shall have my shop all right before long, trust me. Canary bird and all.
I shall get a cat first. You never mean anything you say.
Might get them together.
Why? How do you mean?
Shop and cat thrown in.
Mean to say?
Here, what's that I see out the window? Little dog. Eating my bicycle tire, I believe. Oh! Oh, blow. Why do the pedals always get in the way of me shins?
Alfred, you off?
Thought my bicycle was on fire outside. Funny fancy, it's all right, really. A little dog outside. Miriam ready?
What for?
To go and meet Annie.
Oh, you're stopping for a bit of supper.
Oh, if I may.
Oh, you're a rum un. Miriam!
There ain't a little dog anywhere, Alfred.
No, I had most curious sensation. Felt exactly as though something was up somewhere. That's why I said little dog. It's all right now.
You was saying something about a cat, Alfred.
Yeah, I'll give you one the very day my shop is opened. Trust me.
You really think you'll open a shop? That wasn't all talk.
Not a bit of it, Miriam. After all, a shop needn't be so bad.
It's a home.
And there's no need to keep accounts and that sort of thing if there's no assistant. I dare say I could run a shop all right if I wasn't interfered with.
I should like to see you in your shop. I expect you'd keep everything tremendously neat.
Of course.
Oh, let's sit on that bench where we can see those blue flowers.
Righto.
I always like them. Oh, they're handsome.
Delphicums and larkspur. They used to be in the park at Port Burdock, Florifera's Corner.
One did ought to be happy in a shop. A shop's such a respectable thing to be.
I could be happy in a shop. If I had the right company. So I'm not such a blooming geezer as not to be able to sell goods a bit. One has to be nosy over one's buying, of course. But I shall do all right.
If you get the right company.
I shall get that all right.
You don't mean you've got someone?
I've got someone in my eye this minute.
Alfred, you don't mean...
I do.
Not really?
Well, you and me, Miriam, in a little shop with a cat and a canary. Just suppose it.
You mean you're in love with me, Alfred?
Yes.
There! Oh. And I don't care if everyone in the park is looking. I didn't dream you cared. Sometimes I thought it was Minnie, sometimes Annie.
Always like you better than them.
Oh, I love you, Alfred. Since ever we met at your poor father's funeral. Leastways, I would have done if I had thought you... You didn't seem to mean anything you said. I can't believe it.
Nor I.
You mean to marry me and start that little shop?
As soon as ever I find it.
I had no more idea when I came out with you.
Nor me.
It's like a dream.
Yes, it is.
I got to pinch myself to think it's real. Oh, what they'll do without me at home, I can't imagine. When I tell them... Mother's no good at managing, not a bit. Annie don't care for housework, and Minnie's got no head for it. What they'll do without me, I can't imagine.
They'll have to do without you.
Oh, Lord, we shall miss Annie sitting here and love-making. Can I take your arm, Alfred?
It pulled it a bit when I scraped against the wall.
Oh, seemed all right at tea.
It comes and goes. You forget about it for a minute, and then twinges. Got 'em now.
I can just see Annie's face when I tell her.
Don't tell her yet, Miriam.
Why ever not?
Well, I'd like to settle on the shop. Then make both announcements at the same time. Better that way. So don't tell anyone yet a bit.
Only Mother?
You inherited £355,
Right.
and as far as I can calculate, you now have £298.
Lord, 298?
To the nearest pound. You've spent £57 already.
Going down a Vortex. I can see it's about time I saw about doing something, riding about and looking at shops, all very debonairious, Harold, old man, but it's time I took one for keeps.
What did I tell you?
Yeah. How do you think that corner shop of yours will figure out?
Me? You really meaning it?
If it's practicable, old man, assuming it's practicable, what's your idea of the figures?
Oh, well, now, let's go over the figures I reckoned out the other week. Where are you? Here we are. Now, let's see the lowest you can do it on. So, running expenses, there's rent, and the stock. Well, you'll save a few pounds there. And carry through. Well, it's close, but you'll have a chance.
What more does a brave man want?
One thing you can do quite easily. I've asked about it.
What's that, old man?
Take the shop without the house above it.
Well, I suppose I could put my head into mind it and get a job with my body.
Not exactly that, but I thought you'd save a lot if you stayed on here. Being all alone, as you are.
Never thought of that, old man.
Oh, well, bed. Better sleep on it, old man.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, you'll have to go back to harness, Polly, old man. Put the happy days behind you. Forget the red-haired girl sitting on the wall looking down at you with clear blue eyes. Oh, no. You'll only end up being laughed at and mocked. Oh. Return to the hard economic world. It'll have to be a shock. Oh, no. Oh, Lord, I'd rather go back to Cribs. No, you promised to marry Miriam. Oh, it'll be very satisfactory to marry. However, why? Oh, God, no, why did it have to be Miriam? However did it happen? You flirted with danger. You thought up all those neat ways of proposing marriage, only as an exercise. They didn't have a definite aim. It might just as easily have been Minnie. Oh, run away to sea. Cut your blooming throat.
You don't look too good this morning, Alfred.
Had a rotten night, Grace.
Oh.
Bad dreams. I think it was that toasted cheese.
Well, suited me all right.
Oh, you'll feel better after some breakfast. Here's some tea. Well, pass it down, Harold.
Oh, yes, Grace.
Oh, thank you, old man.
Well, old man, have you decided?
Had no chance the way I was dreaming. Just a day or so more to turn it over in my mind.
You'll get the place snapped up.
No, I know what to do. I'm going off for a day or two to clear my head. When I return, I'll have made a definite decision.
You've taken a shop at Fishbourne? Why Fishbourne?
Memories, old man. Besides, it suits me better. Seaside town, sandy beach, lots of villas. Oh, and, I'm going to have a bit of a nuptial over at Stampton with one of the Larkins cousins.
Oh?
Nuptial?
Wedding bells, old man.
Oh! And which one of them's got you?
Miriam has done me the honour.
Oh, her! Not there's much to choose between them, if you'll excuse me.
Yes, don't mind, Grace. It's your affair, Polly. And I hope you won't feel too sorry when it's too late.
Unfortunate, Amour. Didn't expect it myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, got your plates filled? And something good in your glasses? Well, I give you the bride.
Oh, Uncle Fools!
Here's luck to her.
Thank you.
Yes, here's luck.
Luck. Yeah, that's all right. And now, who's for a bit more pie?
Oh, Ma. Come and give your Ma a kiss. And your sisters.
And me again if you wish.
I can't help feeling it's a mistake, oh man. I can't help feeling you've been rash. Oh, well, let's hope for the best.
Always glad of good wishes, Harold, old man. Here, you better have something to drink.
Ladies and gents, fill up for a second toast.
Oh.
The happy bridegroom.
Alfred!
Here's luck to him.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Luck to him.
Thank you.
Here's hoping, here's luck.
Well, he may say what he likes. He's got luck. That girl's a treasure. Treasures and always has been. A treasure, I must say. And a treasure I will say.
Oh, there's too many stairs.
Sorry, Miriam.
It could be a hard house to keep clean. White paint's all very well in its way, but it shows the dirt something fearful. Oh, dear. Better to have had it nicely grained. And the coal being indoors will make a lot of work.
No, I didn't think of that.
And the kitchen being below ground level.
Yeah, we can sit on the beach on Sundays, or go for walks in the country.
I don't think it looks well going about the country on Sundays. You've got a position to keep up.
Hey, look over here.
What?
There's a kind of place here where we might have some flowers in pots.
Not me. I've had trouble enough with Minnie and our musk.
Not thinking of changing your trade, Polly?
What?
Not setting up as a bookshop?
Ah, wish I could. What give you that idea?
All them piles of books you keep bringing back.
Well, I buy them at sales very cheap. Here, there was one in that last pile. Bart Kennedy's Asada Tramp. Ever read it? Written in vivid jerks. Fascinacious. It's made me more aware of the burly old roughs who slouch about the high street.
Little better than tramps, most of them. Should be a law against them.
Look, not if you read Kennedy. You'd understand. Here, talking to the shop, old man. You think you could face in my direction when you unpack your crates of china on the pavement? Not always present the end elevation?
What are you going on about?
Don't like so much airy pensy. Always turning your back on me.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
That's it.
Way the wind blows, I expect. Wind blows my straw.
Isn't very civil.
Got to unpack how it suits me. Can't unpack with straw blowing into one's eyes.
Needn't unpack like a pig rooting for truffles.
Pig? Are you calling me a pig?
I am asking you, civilly, to stop unpacking with your back to me.
Pig ain't civil. I didn't come here for a row, but I don't want any more truck with you from now on. Stop calling me pigs!
Alfred! Oh, haven't you anything better to do than stand around in the shop doorway waiting to talk to any passer-by?
Well, there aren't any customers, not doing any harm.
Won't be at this rate.
I can't do anything to help you. You got the place upside down.
You know I like a good clean and tidy.
I wish sometimes you'd just sit down and talk and wouldn't tidy so
I
much.
haven't the time, and I don't understand what you're on about half the time. Oh, here comes someone who does. You can have a nice chat now about sport and women and prize fighting. You'll be all right now, sporting chicks, he's come.
Morning, Hinks, old man.
You've been flapping your mouth about me, I'm told.
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of, be blowed. You've been flapping your mouth.
Don't see it.
Don't see it, be blowed. I hear you were talking about me in the Providence the other day. Alluded to me and my clothes in a jocular way, I believe. The checkered career is walking about in his shivery shakies. I expect it raised a laugh or two. But you go flapping your mouth about me once more, and I'll give you a poke in the eye. See? Oh. Understand me?
I don't recollect
Don't recollect me, blowed. You flap your mouth a damn sight too much. This place gets more of your mouth than it wants. Yeah. See this fist?
Yeah, there's no need to wave it under my nose.
I want to be sure you see it. It's the best-known cure for flapping tongues. Old-fashioned remedy. Never known to fail. So make sure you remember.
Stupid, ignorant. Oh, I'm sorry for them, really. Mine's as limited as their four walls.
Hey, Rumbo! Still rooting for truffles?
You leave my unpacking alone!
Miriam? Miriam! You seen those books I bought at the Oh, Lord, you're not moving things around again. You haven't finished tidying up after last go.
I like to have a good clean and tidy up, you know that.
We seem to live in perpetuous debris. The house is always upside down.
But you would have this inconvenient house. Oh. Do any business today?
Sold some strawettes and ties, a couple of bathing costumes.
I think you ought to do something instead of always having your head in them books.
I can't make people come in and buy.
You could earn other money. Play the organ like Winter said at the bicycle shop.
Don't be daft.
Gamble, he waits at table, but not you. Oh, no. You'd rather ride about the country on your bicycle.
Right.
I suppose you're out on it again now?
Yes, for a little spin. It's the exercise.
That lot of good it does you, quarrelling with all the neighbours.
Out the way, pussycat. Oh, let's get the free wheel seen to. It's jamming. I see old Rasmus spread his goods all across the pavement again. Wonder he bothers to keep the shop at all.
You roundhog! Pushing me into the curb! Hey! Here, what you doing? Tin man traps all over the pavement as though the town belongs to you. Take your dustbin. Oh, you put it all back. Put it back yourself.
You got to put it back.
Get out of the way, Rasper.
Oh, let go. Here, let go. Oh. You want to fight, do you? Let go my hair. Oh, take your hand out of my... Now, ow.
That's my finger. Teach you bite.
Oh,
get out.
You take
Half before we do each other in the arm. Rasper, give over and get to your feet. Rumbold, have you got Polly?
Got him jiu-jitsu.
Give over, you two. Now, what's it all about?
He deliberately rode into my goods. He ought to pick 'em up.
Has he been calling you names?
Pails. All over the road. Bungs up the street. Car pushes me into him, and out he runs and scrags me.
Oh, assault.
He assaulted me.
Jumped into my dustbin. Is that assault or isn't it?
Oh, shut up. I'm going.
They say this your collar.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Anyone seen a tie?
Here, mister.
Thanks.
Teach you to leave things alone.
Human life isn't safe with you, Rasper. You'll hear from me through a summons.
Me too.
Oh, that Polly. It's not enough for him to go around calling people names. He has to assault them now.
He's not the sort we want in Fishbourne, Mr. Rumbold.
No.
Bad example. Bad for the town. Bad for trade.
Right enough, Mr. Inks. The less we all have to do with him, the better.
Quarrelled with the neighbours, the landlord, the suppliers, and now this, being up in court.
Wasn't only me. Rasper was bound over too. Equally to blame. Here. Put these shirts on the counter, will you?
Oh, not more flannel shirts. You haven't sold any of the last lot yet.
You have to order these 3 months ahead. I didn't know then the line wouldn't sell. I'd have looked a fool if they'd gone like hot cakes, and I hadn't any more stock.
You look a fool now. And at least you'd have saved your money. 15 years you've had this shop, and what have you to show for it?
I remember. I was going to have a cat. And the canaries singing. We'd all be singing and laughing.
Yeah, you used to laugh when you came round to Mars before we married. Soon changed, though. Not much laughing since we got here. Have you looked at yourself lately? More and more irritable, going bald and getting fat.
I'm going out. Hole. Rotten. Beastly. Silly. Hole. I know there's more to life than this meanness and greyness. I know there's companionship and laughter. Oh, Parsons showed me. And nobleness and beauty and love. The girl on the wall helped me find those. I'm nearly 40. What's the point in carrying on the toil and struggle if there's no further happiness? I hate Miriam, but there's no getting away from her. What is there? Kill myself?
We present The History of Mr. Polly by H.G. Wells, dramatised in 3 episodes by Antony Keary, with Christopher Guinea as Alfred Polly and Meggs Jenkins as Florence. Part 3, Resolution.
Yes, kill myself. here I am, 2.5 years of 40, a failure in a business I hate, with a wife I hate, and with chronic indigestion. Now, I don't see it would do any harm to anyone. My life's insured, the place is insured, and it needn't hurt much. I'll have to plan it very carefully, because I don't want to buy my release at Miriam's expense, leave her unprotected with a bankrupt shop on her hands. She must receive the full benefit of the life insurance and the fire insurance. I'll have to do it all on a Sunday evening while Miriam's at church. Yes, that's the best idea.
Yeah. No need to blame me if the tea's stewed.
And the muffins are like leather.
Well, tea was ready at the usual time. If you choose to stay out, that's your affair.
I could have done with some hot tea. Biting east wind went right through me.
Pity it didn't blow some idea of dealing with the creditors into that head of yours. Blew a few more hairs off, more likely. If you'd listened to me, gone and done something, instead of always having your head in a book, you wouldn't have no creditors. But no.
Ooh.
Oh, what's the matter now?
Ooh. Tug-of-war going on in me innards. Same as most afternoons.
Keep your bad temper to yourself, then. I'm going to put my coat on.
Yes. After she goes out, soak the stairs from here to the ground floor with paraffin. Get a fire going. Smash the house lamp on the staircase. Cut my throat at the bottom of the stairs. Properly. At the side. No sawing at the windpipe. Must look like I fell downstairs with the lamp.
Come into church?
Rather. I got a lot to be grateful for.
You got what you deserve.
Suppose I have.
You'd better come to church than mope.
Shan't mope. I'll go to church. Good riddance. I've had my whack. I don't see she'll have any cause to holler. Beastly home. Beastly life. Here goes. Now, paraffin, downstairs. All the way down. There. Plenty of time. Might as well sit down. Razor's a good sharp blade. Harold's wedding present. Appropriate. This is the end, old man. The end? Love's never begun for me. Never. I've always submitted, never fought for the beautiful things I desired, taken any risks, died rather than abandon the things that matter. Safety don't matter. A living don't matter, unless there are things to live for. I've been a coward and a fool, and this is the end for me. Oh, good time. Time to put it all back. Quickly. Give up the plan. No. Smell the paraffin. Yeah, place reeks of it. No way out this time, my man. Get the fire going. Yeah, no time to lose. Light paraffin. Wee, look at that flame travel. Now, move, man. Throw the lamp. Now. Your turn now, old man. Blade under the ear. Ooh. Oh. Lord, it stings. No, hold steady. No need to... Hello? Trouser burning. From the paraffin. Oh, it takes a bit to put it out. What a strange-looking flame that is. Flattish. Salmon pink. Oh, good Lord, this place is really light. Oh, damn this trouser. What the deuce shall I do? I'm soaked with paraffin. It wasn't planned like this. I've got to cut my throat first. Oh, no, it's all going too fast. No, I must get out through the shop. Next door will be a light at this... Oh, my God. Rumbold's old mother-in-law's next door. Deaf as a post. Must rescue her.
scrambled, Dad. A fire down at Polly's shop.
Got the engine out, Mr. Gamble.
On my way.
You haven't far to go. Engine shed's next door to Polly's almost.
Yeah.
That's not the way.
Boomer has the key of the shed.
Down now. No need to panic. Soon have it under control.
Well, somebody's got to send for the fire brigade. What's going on? Shot's going right up.
What is the key, Boomer! The key to the fire engine shed!
Oh, it's in the other trousers.
Oh.
Here, hold on
Wait for a moment.
Anyone seen a rumble?
He's gone over to Downford for a walk, he told me.
Oh.
You all right, Polly?
Oh, yes, now what's happening here?
We haven't got the key of the fire engine shed. Boomer's looking for it.
Oh, Lord, no. We must go back.
Oh, it's a fair bonfire. Polly's shops are gone, sure enough. Rumbles will go next if the brigade don't come soon. Look at that smoke.
How the deuce do I get that old woman to hear me?
That's from his shed at the back. Just told it he has.
The back, of course. That's the idea.
I have already telephoned for assistance to the nearby fire brigades.
I've come straight on up with a message.
I used my own initiative 10 minutes ago. If we waited for you men, there wouldn't be a building left standing.
Now, look here, Miss Trescott.
No, you look out of my window. I can see what's going on without a messenger coming to tell me.
Oh, it's a sight and a half, all right. I've never seen a house as alight as Polly's. Roof's beginning to fall in by the looks.
Shouldn't you be getting back? The tap room of the hotel will be the next to catch fire. You'd want to save that, I'm sure.
They've organised a string of volunteers with buckets. Yeah. Oh, look at that lot with the ladder.
Is it still in front of the shop? It will be. Oh, no. On the roof.
Hey, what is it?
2 people on the roof. Look. 2 people on the roof.
I don't mind scrambling, but I can't jump. And I won't jump.
Yeah, well, scramble then, old lady, scramble. Now, here, give me your arm.
Oh.
Now, don't mind if your feet slip. Oh, no, I've got you. It's 1 up and 2 down on these blessed tiles.
It's not what I'm used to.
Yeah, well, stick to it. Live and learn. Oh, yeah, well done, well done.
I can't jump, mind you. And old ladies like me mustn't be at it.
Well, look, let's get as high as possible anyhow. Onto that parapet. Shinning up a water spout in your line. Near as you'll get to heaven.
I can't jump. I can do anything but jump.
Yeah, but can you reach that ledge with your hands? Reach with your hands.
Ah.
There, that's good, that's good. Now, hold on while I give you a boost.
So long as it isn't jumping.
Now, hold on. Whee! Oh, God, where's she gone to? Well, it must be roof on the other side. Oh, yeah, there she is, oh, crispy. Hey.
I've never been out on a roof before. I'm all disconnected.
That's all right.
It's very bumpy. Oh, especially that last bit. Can't we sit here for a bit and rest? I'm not the girl I used to be.
You sit here 10 minutes, you'll pop like a roast chestnut. Do you understand me? Roast chestnut.
What was that?
Roast chestnut. Pop! There ought to be a limit to deafness. Oh, you family smoker. Come on.
Can't hear a word you say.
Come on! You lot! Leave the fire escape alone!
They're working their way to the next shop.
But we're only trying to help.
Just you leave the ladder to the firemen.
Quite
Where
right.
do you want it, Mr. Boomer?
Well, thank you. Ready to run up against Rumbles when they get there.
If they get there.
Aye.
Looks as though they're stuck.
Marvellous of the old girl to have got that far, Mr. Gamble.
I ain't had such a time for years. Can't do no jumping, though. No.
Now, come on.
Look at them down there, running and scurrying about like black beetles. Why, there's Rumble. There is.
No time for handkerchief waving. Come on.
Can't do no jumping.
Put your arm round my neck.
Mr. Rumble, he's a very quiet man. Never heard him. I must just wave at him again.
Oh, God.
Look, Sir Musco, there's a great brass thing climbing up. Wonder of wonders! Who's Mr. Gamble? Hiding his head in that thing. I never did.
Hey, Gamble.
Can we get her down the ladder? There's not much time.
He might get stuck in it.
You'll get stuck in it. Come along.
I could do better if he took it off. It's worse than Carter's style before they mended it with his cow looking at you.
Oh, come on!
Well done, Gamble!
Give me a hand, Gamble!
How's the poor old lady up in the roof and all?
Mother-in-law, you all right?
The first fire I was ever in. I'm real glad I haven't missed it.
We've a room for you in the Temperance Hotel.
But I don't drink.
Oh, come along now.
He was saying something about hot chestnuts. I haven't had no hot chestnuts. No, I haven't had no hot chestnuts.
Here he comes! Here's the hero!
Alfred! You're safe!
Hello, Miriam.
All the same, it took some courage, and I'm proud to have shaken you by the hand.
Aye, hear, hear. You played a brave man's part, Polly.
Yes.
And if you don't get a medal, my name's not Rumbo.
Hear, hear. Good night, then, Polly. Good night, all.
Good night, Polly.
Good night, Polly.
Good night. Sure. There's room and a half in that jacket. As for these trousers, I look like a clown. Funny not to have a pair of breeches of one's own.
Hello.
Hello.
Come to bed.
Sorry if I woke you, Miriam.
I've been thinking. It isn't going to be so bad after all. We shall get your insurance money. We can begin all over again.
Yes.
Get a better house. I've always hated those stairs. Choose a better position where there's more doing. Not half so bad. You wanted stirring up.
Something I've forgotten to do. What is it? Oh, yeah, I ought to cut my throat. The razor. Oh, doesn't matter now. Go to bed. No, wait. You can change your circumstances. The fire burned down those old buildings, and Fishbourne isn't the world. My situation isn't inevitous. I can clear out. Leave the insurance money to Miriam. All but £21, that would be fair. Without me, she can do all sorts of things. Now I can take to the road. Get an odd job here and there. Talk to strange people, travel the country, see new places. And I'll never open a shop no more.
Nice little inn, the Potwell. Sort of nestles under the trees.
Decent shaped trees, too. You never get a decent shaped tree by the seaside. I've lived there 15 years.
Got the water here?
Not salt water, nor the salt breeze. A river encourages trees like those poplars. Graceful, harmonious. I like the look of this place. The river, the garden, benches, little tables. I bet it's just as pleasant inside.
Have a look.
Oh.
Through the glass panels.
Snug little bar. Snug little parlour. Oh, my goodness.
That fat body's the landlady.
Oh, I'd say plump rather than fat.
As you please. Comes to the same thing.
She looks very peaceful and kindly and wholesome. You can see a person's true character when they drop to sleep like that. My sort.
Leave you to her, then. I must get these letters delivered to Westham. Bye.
Goodbye. Don't think I ought to disturb her, really. She looks so peaceful. All the same, I am a bit hungry.
Who is it there? Oh, Lord, I thought you was Jim.
I'm never Jim.
You've got his sort of hat. But then you've got a beard.
Ah.
It just came into my head you was Jim. Oh, I believe I was having 40 winks if all the truth was told. What can I do for you?
Cold meat?
There is cold meat.
And rum for it.
There's some cold boiled beef. And a bit of crisp lettuce.
New mustard?
And a tankard?
And a tankard.
Looking for work?
Oh, in a way. It's such beautiful weather this spring.
What sort of work do you want?
You know, I never properly thought that out. I've been looking around for ideas.
Will you have your beef in the tap or outside?
And the tap will be easier for you.
Hear that?
Hear what?
Listen. That's for the ferry. And there isn't a ferryman.
Oh, could I?
Can you punt?
Never tried.
Well, pull the pole out before you reach the end of the punt, that's all. Try.
There, Captain. Most mercantilious, all safe ashore, ma'am.
I've been laughing at you. When you hit his head, oh, it hurt my side.
It didn't hurt his head. Not particularly. Did splash him a bit with some waterweed. I don't know why he wanted to come across. He wasn't very grateful. Said something about the landing being 40 yards downstream and the soil very treacherous.
Did you charge him anything?
Oh, gratis. I never thought of it.
Oh, you ought to have charged him something. You better come in and have your cold meat before you do any more punting. You and me'll get on together. You eat better than you punt. I dare say you could learn to punt.
Oh, this beef's a bit of all right, ma'am. I could have done differently if I hadn't been punting on an empty stomach.
I never held with fasting. Another piece of lettuce.
Wouldn't refuse, ma'am. There was a time, most of my life really, I used to have a sort of tug-of-war going on in me innards. Terrible feeling. Every afternoon, most evenings. Doesn't happen now.
I expect you're out in the fresh air more. Walking. No worries. Worry churns up the inside something awful.
You want a ferryman?
I want an odd man about the place.
Oh, well, I'm odd, all right. What's the wages?
Not much, but you get tips and pickings. I've a sort of feeling it'd suit you.
Give me a trial.
I've more than half a mind, or I wouldn't have said anything about it. I suppose you're all right. You've got a sort of half-respectable look about you. I suppose you haven't done anything.
Bit of arson.
So long as you haven't the habit.
My first time, ma'am, and my last.
It's all right if you haven't been to prison. It isn't what a man's happened to do makes him bad. We all happen to do things at times. It's bringing it home to him and spoiling his self-respect does the mischief. You don't look a wrong un. Have you been to prison? A reformatory or an institution?
Never, not me. Do I look reformed?
Can you paint and carpenter a bit?
Right for it.
Have a bit of cheese.
If I might. Could you tell me more of the duties, ma'am?
Keeping the place tidy, sweeping out and sanding the tap and bar, washing glasses, cleaning bottles and saving corks, taking into cellar, tapping and connecting beer casks with their engines, house painting, cleaning windows, general gardening, help with the ducklings and the poultry, stabling, baiting and grooming horses, cleaning and garaging motor car, scrubbing floors, delivering bottled beer and running errands.
Can but try it, ma'am. And when there's nothing else on hand, I suppose I might do a bit of fishing. Dexterity improving. Second passenger, amiable. Quite.
Hello.
Hello. Oh! Here, that was nearly a disaster.
Not very good. Bit silly. What are you called?
Polly.
Liar, I'm Polly.
Then I'm Alfred, but I meant to be Polly.
I was first.
All right. I'm going to be the new ferryman.
I see. You'll have to punt better.
Hold on. Yeah, you should have seen me this afternoon.
I can imagine it. I've seen the others.
What others?
What Uncle Jim has scooted. He'll scoot you too, I expect.
I'm not a scooter.
Uncle Jim is. When he comes back, he'll cut your insides out. Perhaps, very likely, he'll let me see.
Who is this Uncle Jim?
Don't know who Uncle Jim is, but he's a scorcher. He only came back a short time ago and he's scooted 3 men. He don't like strangers about, don't Uncle Jim? He can swear. He's going to teach me soon as I can whistle properly.
Teach you to swear?
And spit.
Oh, how old are you?
9. It's not what I should call handsome, not Uncle Jim. But he's a scorcher, no mistake. Grandma don't like him.
Just getting the fire going for tea.
I say, who's Uncle Jim?
That little granddaughter of mine been saying things.
Bits of things.
Oh, well, I suppose I must tell you sooner or later. It's Jim. He's the drawback to this place. That's what he is. The drawback. I hoped you mightn't hear so soon. Very likely he's gone. He hasn't been near the place these 2 weeks and more.
But who is he?
I suppose I got to tell you.
She says he scoots people.
He's my own sister's son. I suppose I got to tell you. I try not to think of it, and night and day's haunting me. I try not to think of it. I've been far too easygoing all my life, but I'm that worried and afraid, with death and ruin threatened and evil all about me. I don't know what to do. My own sister's son, and me a widow woman and helpless against his doings. I wouldn't mind nothing else half so much if he'd leave that child alone. But he goes talking to her, teaching her words and giving her ideas.
That's a bit thick.
Thick? It's horrible. He takes my money and he takes my things. He won't let no man stay here to protect me or do the boats or work the ferry. The ferry's getting a scandal. They stand and shout and scream and use language. And if I complain, they'll say I'm helpless to manage here and take away my licence and out I shall go. He knows it and plays on it, and he don't care.
Why don't you send the child away?
I got nowhere to send her. I buys him off when it comes to that, and back he comes, worse than ever, prowling round and doing evil, and not a soul to help me. I just hoped there might be a day or so before he comes back again. I was just hoping. I'm the sort that hopes.
Biggish sort of man, I expect.
Well, there was always something a bit wrong with him, but nothing you mightn't have hoped for. Not till they carried him off and reformed him. It was that reformatory ruined him. They put him in along a lot of boys full of ideas of wickedness, and because he didn't mind pain, and he didn't, I will admit, try as I would, they made him think himself a hero.
What was he sent to the reformatory for?
Playing truant and stealing. We stole right enough from an old woman, and what was I to do when it came to the trial but say what I knew? And him looking like a viper at me, more like a viper than a human boy. He leans on the bar and looks at me. "All right, Auntie Flo," he says. Just that. Nothing more.
What sort of size is he? I'm not one of your Herculaceous sorts. Nothing wonderful by Sibitally.
You'll scoot. You'd better scoot now, and I'll try and find some money for him to go away when he comes. It ain't reasonable to expect you to do anything but scoot. But I suppose it's the way of a woman in trouble to try and get help from a man, and hope and hope.
How long's he been about?
3 months it is, since he came in by that very back door, and I hadn't set eyes on him for 7 years. "Good old Auntie Flo," he says. "Ain't you delighted to see me, now I'm reformed? Ain't you going to ask me in, Auntie dear?" I never did like him, and seeing him there with his teeth all black and broken, perhaps I didn't give him much of a welcome at first. "Come in," I said. "I won't have it said I wasn't ready to be kind to you." Down he sits in that chair. "I come to torment you," he says. "They've reformed me and made me a devil, and a devil I mean to be to you. I come to torment you, you old something." Then he begins. And no human being could have been called such names before. "And now," he says, "just to show I ain't afraid of hurting you," and ups and twists my wrists.
Oh, no.
I could stand even his violence if it wasn't for the child.
Oh, you two oughtn't to be left.
I've hoped.
But I don't see that it's my affair. I'd like to have a look at him before I go. Somehow. Not my business, of course. Lord, who's that?
Only a customer.
And what's the name of that duck?
That's Bobtail. And there's Ermintrude. Now then, who's that one? Oh, there's Ernest. Ah, there's Tufty. He's my favourite. Here, watch him walk straight into my hand. No fear at all, see? Isn't he the nicest?
Well, they're all nice, but he is friendly.
Uh-oh. Passenger for the ferry. Off you go, Tufty. Join your family.
When you come back, will you play stalking tigers in the orchard?
My pleasure, Miss Polly.
Thank you, Alfred. No, I will call you Mr. Polly. In my honour.
An honour indeed, my lady. This is a good crib. Perhaps Uncle Jim won't come back after all.
Half a mo!
Go.
Half a mo, mister. You the new bloke at the Potwell Inn?
Suppose I am.
Half a mo. We ain't a bleeding marathon. It ain't a cinder track. I want a word with you, Mr. C.
If you'll let go my arm. Yeah. Now, what is it?
I just want a word with you, see? Just a friendly word or two. Just to clear up any blooming errors. That's all I want. No need to be so proud if you are the new bloke at Potwell Inn. Not a bit of it, see? Yeah. You got a bloody well shift, see? The Potwell Inn's my beat, see?
How's it your beat?
Not your business. You got a shift.
Suppose I don't.
You got a shift. You don't know who you're up against. It's a kindness I'm doing to warn you. I don't stick at nothing.
What do you think you'll do if I don't clear out?
Feel that grip.
Oh.
I'll do you injuries. I'll hurt you. I'll kick you ugly. I'll hurt you in horrible ways. You cry to see yourself.
You've got no right.
Right! Ain't the old woman me aunt? I got no quarrel with you.
It's too late to go tonight.
I'll be round tomorrow, about 11. See? And if I find you...
We'll consider your suggestion.
You better.
What's the time? Well, past 10. No point in going back now. 3 miles? No, never get back in time now. Might as well go on. Let's go back. Not my quarrel. Old cadger. She hadn't no business to drag me into her quarrels. Ought to have gone to the police. Wish I'd never set eyes on the rotten inn. But the little girl. No. Call of duty. Go home to Miriam. Where you been? Holiday. Oh, I don't see it. It's not fair. If I had a chance against him, one kick in the stomach would settle a chap like me. It's no good, you see. If I get killed, I get killed. If he gets killed, I get hung. Don't seem just somehow. Oh, God, it isn't my affair.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, don't you come near.
Florence.
Oh, it's you. He came early, mad drunk and looking for her.
Where is she?
Locked upstairs.
Haven't you sent for the police?
No one to send. He's roaming around outside.
Well, let's have a look. He's coming back.
Oh.
Give me a bottle, a large one. I'll see to him.
You, Scoots.
That's your job.
I warned you.
Keep off! Oh, it's broken. Come on.
Let me get my hands on you. Come back, come here. Bottles. I want some bottles.
Go away, Jim. Get out.
Bottles. Fight him with bottles. I'll show him fighting with bottles.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone, will you?
Out of my way, you! Oh, after I I dealt with him, I'll be back to deal with you, Auntie Flo. Oh, carve him to bloody mincemeat. Hey, come back, you! No good running off. I'll get you! I'll get ya! You won't get away! I'm gaining! I'll catch you!
Now, if I can drop this over his head.
Where are you? I know you hiding.
Yeah!
Take this! Take off! Stop jabbing me! Stop playing!
Get away! Go on! Move! Move!
You wait till I'm dead!
Go on! Go back!
Yeah! Keep that broom away! Oh! Oh, you bastard! Oh, you know I got a weak chest!
Your foul mouth needs washing out!
Get away! I tell you I got a weak chest! I ain't water! Oh, this ain't fair fighting!
Keep out, then! Keep out!
Ow! Look at this gold's getting to my marrow! I tell you I got a line!
Not here! On the island!
I'll be out of me depths!
Way down, crossed by the shallows. And don't you ever set foot on this place again!
Oh, my God! I'll skin you, Vinny!
Oh, ain't he killed you?
Well, that's nice, I must say.
You've got blood beside your ear.
That's quite a cut. He must have done that when he jabbed about with those bottles.
I wish I'd seen more of the fighting. All I saw was you running round the house and Uncle Jim after you.
I was leading him on. You won't see any more of Uncle Jim for a bit.
Who's this nut brown for?
Here, missus.
There, Tom, there.
Here, I thought we should have a stone of ginger up.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, do these glasses, shall I?
If you would. He must have been mad to come up here twice looking for you, trying to pick a fight when the place was full of customers.
Lucky those territorials were here the other day. He got more than he bargained for.
You haven't scooted. That's what's made him more determined.
Jim's been pinched again, missus.
What? Our Jim?
Your Jim. Stealing a hatchet.
Did you say hatchet?
Yes, a hatchet. Down Lamham Way, night before last.
What did he steal a hatchet for, Tom?
He said he wanted a hatchet.
Wonder what he wanted a hatchet for.
I dessay he had a use for it.
How much you say they give him?
3 months.
Well, sir, here we are.
Oh, very compactus.
Oh, I won't pretend it's in any great shape. But if you only need a gun for rope...
Well, it has the advantage of being small, easily stowed.
Will you take it as it is?
No. Could you wrap it up in something? Landlady's a bit scared of firearms, you know, as some women are.
Yes, indeed, sir. Marvellous 3 months we've had, eh?
Oh, ma.
Still so warm you wouldn't know it's October, except for the evening mists. Oh, sir, watch out when you load it.
Why?
Well, the trigger's a bit sensitive. Wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
I hope not.
I say, down there in the ditch. Are you all right?
Look out! He's let fly at me twice already. Keep down!
Who has? Let fly with what?
With the rook rifle. Take cover down here, for God's sake.
Well, I will if you insist, but I assure you there's no one about.
Well, perhaps he don't fire at you, keeping his shot for me.
Who?
Uncle Jim. Terrible villainous character. Chased me from the inn.
You haven't been sleepwalking, have you? Or suffer from insomnia like me? Out here this early?
He's just waiting for me.
Well, I assure you there's no one about.
Oh, yeah. Coast does seem to be clear.
You see? Not a soul. Come along. You'll catch your death out here in your nightshirt. Let's go back through the churchyard. There's less chance of anyone seeing us. Oh, my name is Warspite, by the way.
Mine's Polly. How'd you do?
How do you do?
I ran into the churchyard on account of the tombstones. You can see they give more cover from the small shop.
Isn't that a fine new monument to Sir Samuel?
Very fine.
Oh, hello. What's this rifle doing here?
Good Lord, that's mine. That's the one he's been firing at me.
Oh, it's damaged. Burst.
That must have been his third shot. Sounded a bit funny. Oh, I hope they're all right at the inn.
You heard Uncle Jim going for Polly, then a shot. Then what did you do?
Locked the girl and myself in my room and pushed the chest up to the door.
Then he set about ransacking the place.
Made a good job of it too, Constable. I thought downstairs was bad enough, but this room, chaos.
Here, you can see where he forced the lock of the door.
Let me have a look. The panel's scorched. You can still smell the powder faintly. Yeah. And I would say these marks were caused by shot.
That's when I let fly at him, as he come in.
Oh, I say, he's chucked your books on the floor.
Oh.
There was no need for that. Let me. Your boots?
No, that's his boots.
And his bits of cast-offs. There's no sign of your clothes, Polly.
Now, this window, some of these tiles have just got broken.
Yeah, I got out the window and slid down the scullery tiles.
Well, we better find him and have a word with him. That's my business now.
I will say this for fishing. It induces meditation, allows for reflection. And it's taken you 5 years to find leisure to do it. 5 years. And what happened to Jim? Never a word. Have you ever faced up to it, old man? You committed arson and deserted a wife? But I don't think the burning of things is a crime in itself. It's neither good or bad. But, Miriam, you made yourself responsible for her life. All right, she had over £100 insurance, but that don't last forever. She's bound to have fooled it away if I know it. Oh, hey, a bite. Now, don't jerk your hook up. Take it gently. Oh, another dace. Nice plump one this time. Right, into the bag. Bit selfish, isn't it, old man? You're healthy and comfortable. She's probably in distress, crying her eyes out. She was always talking of doing things. Why couldn't she? Silly to think of her. Damn silly.
Court many.
Look, Flo, I got an idea. Would it put you out very much if I went off for a day or two for a bit of a holiday? There won't be much doing now till Thursday. Oh, there's a real wobbler. Worse than I used to be. Pity my bicycle had to go up in the fire. And my books. Well, Fishbourne High Street. That side's much as before. And on my side, this side, well, that must be the new fire station. Very ostentatious. Colonial Tea Company, that's new, used to be Rumbles. Can't do no jumping. Little sweet shop. Tea's upstairs. What's it say? Polly and the Larkins? Well, I'm astonished. I don't know, I really don't. Well, in for a penny.
Afternoon. Was there something you was wanting?
Can I have tea?
Well, you can, but our tea room's upstairs. My sister's been cleaning it out, and it's a bit upset.
It will be.
I beg your pardon?
I said I didn't mind. Up here?
Yeah, just these few stairs. I dare say there'll be a table.
Nothing like turning everything upside down when you're cleaning.
Oh, it's my sister's way.
I haven't changed.
She's gone out for a bit of air, but I dare say she'll be back soon to finish. It's a nice light room when it's tidy.
Yeah.
Can I put you at this table over by the window?
Oh, thank you very much. Very, very pleasant.
I'll get a cloth. Would you like some jam?
I'd like an egg. I'd like 2. 4 minutes exactly. Things don't seem to be so bad with Miriam. Her usual disorder. Minnie don't recognise me for sure. One can hide behind a beard.
I'll just lay the table.
Unusual name, Polly. Polly and Larkins. Real, I suppose.
Polly's my sister's name. She married a Mr. Polly.
Widow, I presume?
Yeah. This 5 years, come October.
Lord!
Found drowned he was. In the Medway, near Maidstone. He must have been in the water for days. Wouldn't have known him, my sister wouldn't, but for the name sewn in his clothes. All whitey and eat away he was.
Oh, bless my heart. Must have been rather a shock for her.
It was a shock. But sometimes a shock's better than a long agony.
Oh, no doubt. Life insured?
We started the tea rooms with it.
What sort of chap was this Mr. Polly?
He was a wearing husband. I've often pitied my sister. Feeble, weak as water. Oh, how long did you say for your eggs?
4 minutes exactly.
Oh, they'll be about ready. One gets talking.
One does.
Here. 2 eggs.
Thank you. Was there an inquest on that chap, Polly?
Of course.
You sure it was him?
What do you mean? Who else could it have been in the very clothes he wore?
Yeah, of course. It was silly of me.
I must keep an eye on the shop.
Now, don't get agitated. You'll give yourself away. Oh, Lord. One of Miriam's eggs. I haven't tasted such an egg in 5 years. Wonder where she gets them. Picks them out, I suppose. Here's the other one. A bit better. Almost palatable. Nice afternoon.
Oh, my God. No.
Here, sit down.
It's you.
No, it isn't. It just looks like me, that's all.
I knew that man wasn't you. All along. I tried to think it was. I tried to think perhaps the water had altered your wrists and feet and the colour of your hair.
Ah.
I'd always feared you'd come back.
I haven't come back. Now, don't you think it.
How we'll pay back the insurance now, I don't know.
Oh, don't cry, Miriam. I haven't come back, and I'm not coming back. I'm a visitant from another world. You shut up about me, and I'll shut up about myself. I came back because I thought you might be hard up or in trouble or something silly like that. Now I see you again, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied completely, see? I'm going to absquatulate, see? Hey, presto, right away. Now, don't you think you're going to see me again? For you ain't. Oh, and Miriam, that was a tasty egg. I'm not going back to them, and Jim's not coming back here again.
In the Medway? In Kent?
I'm not going back to them ever.
Poor Jim. I can't hardly say I'm sorry.
Nor me. But it don't seem much good his having been alive, does it? I often wonder about life. One seems to start in life expecting something, and it doesn't happen. And it doesn't matter. One starts with ideas that things are good and things are bad, but it hasn't much relation to what is good and what is bad. I've always been the skeptatious sort, and it always seems rot to me to pretend that men know good from evil. It's just what I've never done. None of your Adam's original apple stuck in my throat, ma'am. I don't own to it. I set fire to a house once.
People do different things for different reasons.
I don't feel sorry for it. I don't believe it was a bad thing to do, any more than burning a toy, like I did once when I was a baby. I nearly killed myself with a razor.
You?
Oh, who hasn't? Anyhow, gone as far as thinking of it. Most of my time, I've been half dreaming. I married like a dream, almost. I've never really planned my life or set out to live. I happened. Things happened to me. So with everyone. I don't see what it's all up to.
Like children playing about in a nursery. Hurt themselves at times.
It isn't what we try to get that we get. It isn't the good we think we do is good. What makes us happy isn't our trying. What makes others happy isn't our trying. There's a sort of character people like and stand up for, and a sort they won't. Miriam was always trying.
Who was Miriam?
I know one you know. But she used to go about with her brows knit, trying not to do whatever she wanted to do, if ever she did want to do anything.
You can't help being fat.
You can't.
It helps, and it hinders.
Like my upside-down way of talking.
The magistrates wouldn't have kept on the licence to me if I hadn't been fat.
Then, what have we done to get an evening like this? Lord, look at it. If I was a darky or an Italian, I should come out here and sing. Well, I whistle sometimes, of course, but bless you, it's singing I've got on my mind. Sometimes I think I live for sunsets.
I don't see that it does you any good always looking at sunsets like you do.
Nor me, but I do. Sunsets and things I was made to like.
They don't help you.
Who cares?
You've got to die someday.
Some things I can't believe, and one is you being a skeleton. Look at them, against the yellow, and they're just stinging nettles. Nasty weeds if you count things by their uses, and no help in the life hereafter. But just look at the look of them.
It isn't only looks.
Whenever there's signs of a good sunset and I'm not too busy, I'll come and sit out here.
I wish we could.
I will.
Not always.
Come here always. When I'm a ghost.
Spoil the place for others.
Oh, not my sort of ghost. I'd be a sort of diaphanous feeling. Just mellowish, warmish like.
There's a bat flitting by.
Time we was going in, no party. Supper to get. It's as you say. We can't sit here forever.
And so ends The History of Mr. Polly by H.G. Wells. Dramatised for radio by Antony Keary. Alfred Polly was played by Christopher Guinea, and Florence was Megs Jenkins. Miriam was Elizabeth Proud. The old lady, Amy Delamaine. Rumbold and the Gunsmith, Michael Deacon. Gamble and Tom, Paul Myer. Boomer and the postman, Gregory de Paulnay. The telephonist and the little girl called Polly, Eve Karpf. Uncle Jim, Geoffrey Matthews. Warspite and Dent, Louis Stringer. Blake, Michael Clawton. And Minnie was Heather Bell. The History of Mr. Polly was directed by Graham Gould.